Yes, sir. Let's do it. Yes, sir. Yeah.
It's the Timberwolves, and they're doing business on the road. It's an interconference NBA matchup. Well, before you look ahead to your busy week, sit down, relax, pull up a chair as we bring you another NBA broadcast. And thanks for sharing part of your weekend with us. The Pistons hoping for Detroit making a switch. Butler's checked in, and the Timberwolves also making a change. Gorgie Dangs checked in for Nikola Pekovic. On the court for Minnesota, Rubio and Martin manning the backcourt. Young out there with Wiggins, and it's Jang in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. The pass to Jennings. Clock at 6. Count it from 12. Jennings has got 5 points so far. D, he's checked in for the Pistons. Augustine comes in for Brandon Jennings. For the Timberwolves, Williams has checked in. The Timberwolves have gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter.
Brandon Jennings, you remember, decided to play a year in Italy right out of high school rather than to go to college. He was the first guy to do that once the NBA implemented that 1 year out of high school requirement for the draft.
Shot clock at 5. Wiggins kicks to Martin. Shot from 16. A second chance effort, and Dang gets it to go.
Perseverance paying off on the offensive boards, guys.
1:43 left to play in the first quarter. Now here is Augustine. Right now averaging 11 points a game. Caffey covered by Martin. Here's Caffey. And the 3 off target. Looking at Minnesota, they took the win in their last game against Memphis.
I thought the way they attacked the rim and got into the paint was phenomenal. It seemed like after a while, the defense just kind of waved the white flag.
That's exactly what will happen when a team continues to attack the goal and come away with layups. It demoralizes the defense.
And Augustine kicks to Butler. Caffey covered by Martin, and he gets it to go.
He presents a defender with a serious challenge, always.
Here's Williams. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. There's the feed to Martin. 41 seconds left in the first quarter, and that one's good.
And that's why teams emphasize the use of screens and picks, just to get you some open looks like that one.
Pass to D. And the call will be against Kevin Martin. That is his first foul of the game.
Tough call there and a tough break for the defense.
But, you know, I think you could still see him kind of sliding in there. I don't have a problem with the call.
Some changes for Minnesota. Corey Brewer's checked in for Wiggins, and Barea subbed in for Martin. .32 seconds left to play in the first. Caffey guarded by Barea. They get it again. The layup off target.
He's always going to have a difficult time finishing when the defense is in his face like that.
And there's Williams. That's good on the assist by Barea. Williams has got his first 2 points of the night.
That's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle much more effectively.
Yeah, and until they do, the problems inside are only going to get worse.
Off the left rim and out.
You just assume he's going to knock those down when he's as open as he was there.
No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. Timberwolves lead by 5. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. And the first quarter is in the books. Second about 10 minutes. And let's quickly break down the game we're watching with the Timberwolves, guys.
And the defense has been key in building this lead. They've really clamped down hard.
They've done a nice job, Steve. I think challenging every shot, a hand up on every shot.
So on the floor for Minnesota, Corey Brewer is out there with Young. Then there's J.J. Barea. Then it's Ricky Rubio. And it's Pekovic in at the 5. Pistons trailed by 7. Augustine with it. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Here's Caffey. Plays it up and banks it in. And Clark, hear about a special bond between players and coaches. Well, his old high school coach is here in the stands to watch him play today.
Well, Kevin, you know, it's always nice to see a familiar face when you're in the NBA. And no matter how many gassers your former coach had you run while you were a sophomore in high school, still good to see his face.
And the defense got away with a major lapse there.
And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Over the last month, let's see, Kevin, where the Timberwolves stand in the league rankings. 2nd in steal, 8th in scoring, and they're in the top 10 in rebounding. This is a team that does a good job getting on the glass.
No, they just play hard, Clark. They play hard every single night, and that's really shown in those steals totals that you talked about. They really attack the offense. They try to make every possession a difficult one. And when they're on their game, they're forcing turnovers, creating havoc, and then getting out in transition.
Brewer dishes to Pekovic. And he gets it to go. Pekovic has got 4 this quarter.
Look at the points in the paint, the inside game. It's been very one-sided here for a while now.
Well, the defense just hasn't been physical enough at the rim. I mean, 8 of their last 10 points have come from the paint.
Jennings passes to D. Thaddeus Young grabs the miss. Young's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. To the middle, here's Barea. That's good. It's Rubio with the assist. Rubio's got 3 assists tonight.
Ricky Rubio, even from his days in Spain, has been known for his incredible court vision and playmaking ability. His knack for processing the game, for anticipating what's coming, and creating something out of nothing has been something that set him apart from a lot of guards.
Jody Meeks, he's checked in for Detroit. Timberwolves also changing it up. And we finished one half of basketball. Pistons ahead, leading by 9. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Well, Ricky, what does it say about this team to have such great productivity from the bench, and what does it do for you guys as a unit?
It's amazing. That means like we have a deep bench, and then a lot of work from the staff, from the everybody of the team, like doing extra work and winning games.
Well done, Ricky. Thank you. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Doris. And folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for the start of the second half in the third quarter.
Okay, fellas, nice job sticking to the plan in the first half. Now let's widen the gap and get these fans even more fired up. We got a spectacular boost from the guys coming off the bench, and that's huge because it should leave us with nothing.
And the third quarter about ready to get underway.
It's been a solid outing for Martin. He has 12 points, and he's hit the mark twice from three-point range as well.
Well, it's no secret. I mean, the more points he can come up with from out there, the better off they'll be offensively with their spacing.
Here's Rubio. Ways to get back into it, but they've got some time.
He is to avoid mistakes and make each possession count.
Yeah, and I think the tendency can be to really rush or push the game a little bit. I think they need to avoid that.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. And Detroit looking at who they've got. Monroe and Drummond there inside. Jennings and Meeks in the back. And it's Smith in at the 3 slot. He's checked in for Jody Meeks. Well, free throw shooting, such an important part of the NBA game. And as the 2-guard position goes, these have been the best in the league over the last 10 games. In third, Kevin Martin.
Yeah, this is a set of players that can drive and slash, hoping to draw contact, because if they can get to the bucket, it's an automatic 3-point play.
And you know what, Steve? Even if some calls go against him, as a coach, you can accept it because when the calls go their way, they're automatic. Cash money at the stripe, ATM time. So it more than makes up for the charge calls they might get whistled for.
The shot's good from T.
Nothing but money for them to start the half. They've made all 3 of their shot attempts.
And for Detroit, they come in off a good outing against the Nuggets.
And they lit it up from the three-point line. I mean, you don't always have to shoot like that to win a game, but it sure doesn't hurt.
Their percentage from deep was excellent. Just take a look at the box score.
And still perfect here in the second half. 4 for 4 from the field.
Timberwolves trailed by 14. In the corner, it's Wiggins. Back to Rubio. He feeds it to Wiggins. He dishes it to Pekovic. 6 to shoot. Almost, but it rolls out.
Such a solid performance for them inside. The rebounding has been terrific.
Yeah, that's just one of the few things that have gone their way today.
Charity stripe shot. And again, the basket from D. D's got 15 points.
They're rolling now. 5 straight hoops to start this quarter.
And Rubio kicks to Martin. Pekovic with the screen for Martin. Pass to Wiggins. Wide open. Rebound by Monroe. Monroe's got 4 rebounds in this game.
Well, you know, Greg Monroe is a bit of a tweener defensively. Not as quick as some power forwards and not as big and strong as some centers. But I think he's made strides at the defensive end of the floor and has become pretty good at defending either one of those positions.
Ouch. Another miss to add to what's been a miserable game for him from the field.
Here's Caffey. And that one's good. 17 points in the game.
And he may be the guy to put this game even farther out of reach.
Timberwolves trail by 18. And Monroe, not an explosive leaper or big-time shot blocker, Steve, but he moves his feet pretty well defensively.
He does, you know, and for his size, he does a solid job of covering up space and contesting shots. Given what he brings to the table offensively, he's more than solid at the defensive end.
Well, he certainly isn't the one to blame for them being in the hole. He's been on the money with his game.
Some changes for Minnesota. Brewer comes in for Wiggins, and Barea subbed in for Kevin Martin. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Here's Caffey. Minnesota with the rebound. Last time they met was in Minnesota.
Well, whether by design or by accident, they drew so many fouls in that game that it really became an issue for their opponent as the game wore on.
They get it back. And that one's good. Pekovic.
You know, that putback's about as easy as it's going to get. You have to put a body on someone down there.
Well, no box out. That's the result you get right there.
Jennings passes to D. Dishes it to Smith. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Smith's got 5 points now this quarter. Just to expand on what Steve was saying, they really did bring the refs into the game by initiating so much contact.
Yeah, but I don't think that was a major. I think they would have won the game anyway, quite honestly, guys. But once they got a lot of opposing starters out of the game, clearly that helped their cause.
You can see that. Young with no one around. Buries it from three-point range. Young's got 6.
You can't leave him alone, especially from long range.
Jennings passes to D. Rubio comes with the double team. Smith with a wide open look. Offensive rebound. Drummond, and he banks in the layup.
Guys, he's actually indefatigable. He never gives in, never gives up on a play, and that's what it takes to be a great offensive rebounder. You've got to be relentless.
Rubio dishes to Pekovic. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. 17 points for Nikola Pekovic. Pistons leading by 12. Jennings passes to D. For the 3. Pekovic with the rebound.
Very little success for him behind the arc today. Just 1 3-pointer in the first half and still none in the second.
Kicks it out to Rubio. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. The dish to Young. 6 to shoot. Here is Rubio, averaging 12 points a game.
You got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the back end.
Well, they've done a lot of things right, but I agree with you, Cook. Their rebounding is right there at the top of the list.
Well, what appeared to be an easy 2 points just never materialized.
Here's Young. That's blocked. Here's Pekovic. And gets hacked by the D. He'll go to the line.
And no question, he got bumped on that shot.
Definitely no room for...
I like the effort, son.
I'm feeling it, Coach.
Both teams deciding to change it up. And so it's the Pistons taking care of business here. And this one was such a lopsided victory.
They never let up. They were full throttle from the start.
Thank you for joining us for this presentation of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. For Clark, Stephen Doris, and the rest of the crew, Kevin Harlan saying see you next time.